Where the lyricist be, huh? Where the lyricist be? What's up, people? It's Modenine, and you're welcome to another edition of Lyricist Lounge, Season 3, 1, 2, 3. And on this show, I got some special things I'm gonna share with you. We're gonna put somebody under pressure. Our special guest is somebody who has been around the world performing. He has done shows all over Europe. He has killed crowds in America, Canada, done a whole lot of other stuff, and he has some very dope collabos. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag as usual. I'm gonna let you guys play the guessing game. Right now in the studio, I got with me talented producer, my main man Q, and he's gonna be dropping them hot beats. I don't know how he does it. He just looks at the artist and he just does this and just gives them that beat, you know, that OJ the glove beat. It just fits. So right about now, we're gonna play some nice videos, hip-hop videos as usual. When we come back, we'll introduce our guest. You just watched 3 lovely videos. Now, one of my favorite rappers, I don't care what people say, 50 Cent, featuring one of my new favorite rappers, Kendrick Lamar, and 50 Cent's sidekick, Kid. Now, if you watch that video closely, Kid looks so happy to be in the video. Swags on the Louis V shoes, we up. That's a dope video. Simple video. Well, they say it's not really the video, but I think they're lying. That was a very good video with 50 Cent always reinventing himself, talking about the spikes on the Louis V shoes, whereas some rapper from Queens said the Louis V shoes with the spikes on is for weirdos. I'm a hood, I don't wear those, so I don't know, man. Maybe they're quite expensive. Next video after that, he watched something from the old school, not really old school, the golden, not even the golden era, because I think it was like the 2000s or 1998-ish. The Symphony Part 2, everybody knows. Okay, for those who know, Symphony 1, Marley Marl, Big Daddy Kane, Craig G, Cool G Rap, you know, Roxanne Shante, Biz Marquis. You know, that was the original symphony by Marley Marl back in the day, in the 80s, late 80s. From now, EPMD, years later, about almost 12 years later, EPMD came out and was like, yo, let's do our own symphony. So they recruited Redman, Method Man, Lady Luck. And that track is definitely a banging track. With Paris Smith and Eric Sermon doing their thing, like they just rhyme the way they rhyme. They don't even try to impress nobody. They don't do more than what they can do. That's just straight rhyming, straight gonzo, straight boondocks. And then after that, we played you something from my guest today. Like, I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but hey, we played your video, Consequence. My boy, Babatunde, featuring Neka. Everybody knows Neka, international superstar, but this is Babatunde doing a rap. Conscious, he was on the conscious side of that joint, and that's what a lot of people need to get into. They need to do more raps like that, because it's also lyricism when you're talking about something. It's one of the branches of lyricism. You can do I rap past you, I better pass you, and you can also rap about something and make it sound really nice. They're both hard. Trust me, if you do them well, you do them well. Nobody can call you out. So Babatunde doing that really well. This is a guy who has performed all over the world. Like I said, he did a little tour in Canada, he did the US, and he did Europe, and it was like, Europe was crazy. He went straight, they were like showing him mad love. So he's gonna be here any moment from now to talk about that. You already know. My guest is Babatunde, the man from everywhere but nowhere. That's what he says. What's good, man?
2 Babas in the building. In case they don't know, his name is Babatunde as well.
Yes, you know? Man. So 2 Babas Babasquare, man.
Yeah, B Square.
So, Babs, Babatunde. A lot of people call me Babs, but hey, this is about you. Babatunde, let's not get it twisted.
Alright.
Where are you from?
my mom's Canadian, my dad is Yoruba from Oyo State, you know what I'm saying? I've lived in Houston, Jan, Toronto, Germany, all over the place, man. So I'm from everywhere but nowhere. It's a global village.
Alright, so a lot of people might not be familiar with your work, you know, because you're always everywhere. So the past 2 years, where have you been based? Where have you been doing your music?
Oh man, the last 2 years have kind of been crazy for me, man. I won't lie. You know what I'm saying? In 2011, I was blessed and lucky enough to have gone on tour with NECA. I have a few songs with her. Shouts out to NECA. You know what I'm saying? And she took me on tour. We went around Europe for a few months. Did about 6, 7, 8 countries just back and forth, zigzagging across in the tour bus. That was mad cool. Came back, did some more recording, and then last year I was on tour for about 3 months with NECA as well, you know what I'm saying, which was like really huge. We hit up all the festivals, you know what I'm saying, like across Europe, Switzerland, Denmark, Belgium, France, Germany, I mean Poland, performed on the same stages with De La Soul, Nas, Common, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, Sean Paul, Joss Stone, The Roots.
You don't do.
But it was crazy, man.
This guy does the operations.
It was crazy.
Yo, man, that's pretty good. So, like the experience, like what was the major lesson you learned from going on tour? Because you're gonna be rubbing shoulders with a lot of professionals, man,
sure.
Soundmen,
Sure.
People who take their work seriously. So,
Sure.
what did you learn comparing it to what happens over here as a performance?
Right. I look at it two sides. I look at it from an artistic standpoint. I'll say that. I do more or less like conscious hip hop, conscious rap. You know what I'm saying? I can only talk about my experiences and what goes on in my life. And I try and impact the guys coming behind me. You know what I'm saying? The people who are looking up to me. So I'm not really much for the whole bling bling and all that. Not that I'm knocking on those people, but you get some people, media houses, some other people in the industry will be like, yo man, this conscious stuff is not going to sell in Nigeria. People aren't dancing in the clubs, you're wasting your time. But when you go there and you're performing on stages and Erykah Badu comes up to you and asks if she can take a picture and where she can find your music and she really loved your performance, and Sean Paul comes to hail you and he's like, nice one man, you representing Nigeria. It's like, yo, just stick to your dreams and believe in yourself and do what you want to do and what you believe in, and to hell with what anybody else says. As long as you're not hurting anybody or doing any messed up stuff, man, just believe in yourself. That's on the artistic side. On the business side, on the professional side, I'll say that, man, look, they've got their stuff together over there. I mean, the sound gear, the technicians, you've got like 3 sound engineers, one for the people on stage, you know what I'm saying, performing, one for the crowd who are listening, and another one just for the whole acoustics. You're performing sometimes in front of 2,000-3,000 people, so it's crazy, you know what I'm saying. A sound check can last for 2 hours.
Wow.
They're tweaking everything, making sure everything's good. Everybody's got their mic on every different frequency.
What about the crowd reaction?
The crowd reaction is great, you know what I'm saying. The first time I went there, I'll have to assume that, the first time I was on tour, 99.9% of those people probably didn't know who I was, but they were giving mad love. Last year when I went, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just bananas. Like,
they recognizing, yo, that dude.
Well, if that's what it is, I don't know. I like to think that, it was my energy.
The energy.
And I just came on and I just did my stuff, man. And people just be coming after backstage. Not just fans, but international artists as well.
I'm going to ask you one question. Performing with your backing track versus miming, what's your take on it?
You know what? There was no backing track. It was all live band.
Like
in general.
In general, like in Nigeria now, like if you go to different shows, you see artists actually performing over their songs.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean,
because there are pros and cons.
Sure. It's all about the show. It's all about the organization and the event. If you go to a place to perform and somebody invites you or pays you to perform at a venue and they have the band set up and the sound guys and everything, you've done your rehearsals, man, you do the live band because everybody's stepping up their game and you got to give the fan extra value for them to feel like, okay, this guy is worth my time, my money. But if a venue is going to pay you some cash but they're not providing all that stuff, sometimes to pay for the band and everyone costs more than what they might pay you. So it really just depends. You know, I don't really blame a lot of artists who mime or do their CD because, you know, we really don't really have much of a music industry in Nigeria in the typical sense of the word. We have plenty talented people.
We have an organization, but we don't have an industry.
We're not there yet with our counterparts, like in South Africa, like in the UK, Canada. We're not up to international standards.
No sound scan.
No sound scan. The publishing's a bit tricky. You know what I mean? Record sales. There's so much piracy. You know, I mean, independent guys internationally make so much money from their CDs because some of them are getting $4 or $5 per CD. You don't have to go platinum to make money if you're making $5 per CD. But over here, pretty much, look, we even pay the pirators to pirate our content. So there's something backward. We pay the radio stations to play our songs. We pay the VJs to play our songs. It's supposed to be the other way around. You know what I'm saying? This content is not cheap. It's expensive to create. You gotta go to the studio time, you gotta get your producer, you gotta mix, you gotta master, you gotta do promo and PR. It's an expensive game, man, and I don't really think we're there yet. We're getting there, we're moving, but we have a lot more work to be done, and yeah, man, we all need to buckle up.
So what's your who are telling you on Twitter that you're the greatest? Doesn't mean you just lose it. Now I want to ask you one question. Like, I know you put out something, you know, what is it? Is it a mixtape or?
This is a mixtape, the Street Kings Volume 1 mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on my album, still cooking it up, but in the meantime the fans were kind of on my neck trying to get some content. So I put out about 12 joints on the mixtape, Street Kings Volume 1. I got Neka on there, I got Jazzy on there, I got Shogun on there, I got The Leads on there, I've got Shankers on there on the skit, you know what I'm saying? I've got my man Mode's on there, you know what I'm saying? Modine's on there, Benny P, Jaman, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice mix of tunes.
The design is dope, it's pretty dope. Was it done in Nigeria?
The printing was done in Nigeria. I'm actually not too happy with the printing.
The design?
The design was one of my dudes, Rap Lord. You know what I'm saying? He's a young cat out of Abuja. Shouts out to Rap Lord, you know what I'm saying? He did the graphic design and all that. But I took the pictures while I was on tour last year in Hamburg. Just walked around the street with a photographer and took a lot of pictures and stuff.
So your new album that you're working on?
Man, I'm just recording and cooking up. You know what I'm saying? And once I have maybe like 20, 25, then I'll start the elimination process, you know. But I'm in no rush, my guy. These days, you gotta just be dropping the hot singles and find your leverage in the game, you know what I'm saying?
That's how the hot singles of videos.
Exactly. So I'm still working, still cooking.
So what do you, are you putting any young stuff in your
Look, at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? My label, I'm an independent, you know what I'm saying? It's a self-owned Powerhouse Entertainment, and it's all about providing a platform to young cats.
The boys were under pressure, right? You know, when you're doing the first time you have a camera and all that. But right now, it's time for me to sing Raskimono for you. Actually, since you don't do raga, we'll switch it up. We're gonna sing Billy Joe for you. Pressure! We're gonna take you to the pressure room, man. Put you under pressure. You know how it is. You already know. Know that. Know that means you should know that. But say it all together. Know that. He's gonna be under pressure in a minute. In a minute from now. So we're going there right now. We're putting Babs under pressure. You know how we do, man. Lyricist Lounge, LL No Cool J.